Why? Because then only you know what is the finishes for kitchen, what is the finishes for entrance. So, what is the type of finishes that you have? You need to look here. So, oh, this one they never write. They didn't write. Okay, in some plans, they give you schedule of finishes. In some other type, they will write their finishes here. Okay, they will indicate their finishes here. Okay, so take note, class. What do you need for taking off for internal floor finishes? You need a layout plan, a floor finishes schedule, number 2. Okay, number 3, you might need a door finishes. Door schedule. Why? Remember, when you measure the area for the floor, you always need to measure the door threshold. Remember that? The example that I discussed with you last week, you need to measure the door threshold. If this is not given to you, what do you do? You scale. You scale it. So, when you receive drawings like this, what do you need to do? What's the first thing you need to do? You check the scale first, alright? So you need to check the scale, whether by 1 is to 100, you get 8 meters something, right? Before you start editing, okay? So now, I will encourage you to bring your color pencil tomorrow, okay? Color pencil or marker pen or whatever, right? So, okay, I'm not teaching you coloring, okay? Don't worry. So, okay, remember the symbol that I showed you last week? Okay, so look at here. This one is to indicate section, meaning there is a cut-through section here. And the arrow here means that you are standing here looking. That's why the arrow is here. You are looking from here to here, the section. Okay? So this one is another section that is cut through. So you look at the number, drawing number here for this section and this drawing number for this section. So you'll be standing here looking to here. So this is how you see this indication. Alright? Okay. Then you will, you see you have 1, 2, 3 section. Okay? But I don't think they give it to you here, this drawing. Then after that, this is the north to south section. So where is the north, where is the south? If you look at this drawing, do they indicate where is the north, where is the south? Do you know that? No. Don't know, right? No. So what you do is you need to check yourself where is the section. And what is this drawing? A11. So you know is this section A11. Right?
Yes.
So you see, if you stand here, you are looking to this place. Yes. You can see this 1, 2, 3. 3 doors and 1 windows. So there you go, 3 doors and 1 window. Alright, 1 window. So what is this one? Because it is a kitchen, so it means that you can see the cabinet is here. Because you are seeing through here. So this one is like an elevation to you, that's why it looks like that. It don't look like cut through. Then, when you cut through this one, this is the door section. So you have a door section here. Alright? Thus, this is teaching you how to understand the drawing. And then here, you see, this is a drawing. By right, the plan should indicate that there is a cabinet here in the layout plan. Then only you can see this cabinet, and then the window here is actually here, this window. Understand, class?
Yes.
So that is why they cut through the window here, and you can see a window here. That is why there's an opening here. Okay? So this is how you see the cut section. Alright? So this is 1 is to 50, right? So you need to check the scale. You try to print in A4 first or either one and check whether is it to scale or not, alright? Okay, the next drawing is already class is A3 size, so you print in A3 size. Sorry, A3 drawing. This one is A4 drawing. Alright? So this is 1A112, and this is your schedule of finishes, okay? So I said this is the most crucial schedule of finishes that you need for your taking off for your finishes. So this is a bit small. So what you have here, you will refer, okay? For kitchen, what do they have? They have floor finishes, 600 by 600 by 50 mm thick, well slate flat stones. It's a type of stone finishes, okay? So it comes in a tile form, which is 600 by 600, right? So as specifications, reference, and blah blah blah. So you want to know what's the specification, whether it's matte finish, horn finish. You refer to the specification. That's what we're trying to say here. And then bedded in 50 mm thick cement and sand. So what will be the mixture of the cement? How do you mix it? You refer to the specification again in the specification section. Understand? So you know how it's mixed, what kind of stone, how big is the, what type of sand you are taking, the type of cement you are using. So they will write it in the specification column. So you have wall finishes. So when you are measuring a floor finishes, basically you don't need a vertical element, right? Even though you don't have a section, you don't have an elevation, you can still measure your floor finishes. You need vertical or elevations or section when you are measuring a wall finishes, because you need to know the height of the story, okay? The height of the story. So this one they are telling you the wall finishes is 12 mm thick and blah blah blah, okay? So this is the finishes. So entrance as kitchen means same. Yeah, same. Alright. So today we are going to talk about the floor finishes. Living, tongue and groove solid oak flooring boards. Okay, glued, okay. And then you have what? You have layers beneath the timber finishes. So glued laid on 1,200 gauge rich queen polythene DPM, slip membrane and specs. So why do they need the DPM? Because if that particular area is on the ground floor, they want to have a damp-proof membrane. So DPM stands for damp-proof membrane. As you know, if it's a ground floor, your slab is have a contact with the soil. So the soil will have that vapor or moist that can seep through your concrete. So if you don't put this DPM, it will damage your timber flooring. Alright? So if you imagine, the layout will be like that. You need to know the cut section of your floor finishes. Right? You need to know a cut section of your floor finishes. So just now it was like the tiles finishes, right? You have 15 mm screeding, right? Then you have how many mm is the finishes? 50 mm. 50 mm of the finishes. Your tiles will look like that. 50 mm. Right? So this is 50 mm. Right? So you must be able to imagine. So as for the so you need to learn how to understand this. Living is actually a timber flooring, right? Solid oak means the type of wood that we are using, right? Tongue and groove. What is tongue and groove? What is tongue and groove? What is tongue and groove? Ida. What is tongue? Tongue and groove. It's a fixing method, right? So you know they just have like puzzle, they just click on like that.
Oh.
There is tongue and a groove and a tongue to clip it on. Okay, so you can Google it. So what do you have here? You have a timber solid flooring board laid on a polythene DPM. So this is a polythene DPM. Okay, this is a polythene, and then you have a screen here. You have a screen here. Screen. Then you have the polythene. Okay, I just put DPM. Polythene 1200 is actually the specification, the thickness of the polythene sheet, and also the type that we are using. Okay, the brand. Okay, and then you have your tongue and groove timber flooring here. Tongue and groove, right? So you might look like that. Understand? Tongue and groove. Okay, this one is your 22 mm timber flooring. So when you read this, you must be able to imagine what is the compositions of the flooring. And when you do your taking off list, you will not miss out anything. Understand, class? Alright? Okay, this one is a carpet, and then lay on a latex, 20 mm overall thick. Okay? So provide 5,000 PC sum. Oh, what is this? What does that mean? Provide 5,000 PC sum for supply only carpet. Huh? Install only prime cost for carpeting. Meaning he have not decided. If you look at this one, they don't have a brand. This one they have a brand, right? This one they don't have a brand. They don't know, have no idea. Or they have a brand, Oliver carpet, but they don't know what range they want to do. They have not made up their mind. So what they do is, they make sure that, okay, the pricing is based on 15 ringgit per square, not ringgit, pound. 15 pound per square meter. So when you want to decide what to choose, you will choose within that range, this range. That's the meaning. Alright? So these are examples of the finishes. Okay, tiles is quite straightforward. Okay? So now, what do you do next? You will need to do your taking off, isn't it? You will start doing your taking off, isn't it? So there you go. This is the taking off that you should learn. Class, if you don't understand, you ask me. So what is the first thing that we need to do? Recap from the previous lecture. So what are you measuring? You are measuring floor finishes. Okay, you must tell people what you are measuring first. Then what is the project? Project name, drawing number, yeah, the drawing that is given to you, and then taker off date. Okay, this is a must. What is the next thing you need to do? Taking off list, right? Taking off list. You need to list down. So what do you need to measure for floor finishes? What are the items? Okay, so first you need to have cement and sand screed. Some are for, even though they are different finishes, but you have a cement screed at most of the finishes. Okay, you need to have a cement sand screed in most of your finishes. Okay, so various thickness. Just now you saw the finishes, the tiles, right? These tiles, the schedule of finishes. They put a question mark here. This one, they put a question mark here. Why? Why do they put a question mark here? Why do they know? They don't know what is the thickness of the cement screed. Why?
Because it's not specified.
Huh?
It was not specified by the client.
We mustn't specify.
No,
But
the client can specify that.
no, not because of that reason. Why? Okay. So listen very carefully. Why they put a question mark? So, example, I give you this is a section. This is a section. For example, this is living. Okay? And this one is the toilet. Alright? And then this one is the bedroom, for example. So this one is using stone finish tiles. Okay, flat stone. For example, this is flat stone. This is homogeneous. And this one bedroom is timber flooring. So first and foremost, your slab is actually a concrete slab, right? Okay. But this one is 50 mm thick finishes, right? Your tiles. Maybe this is 20 mm. This one is 22 mm, right? So, if I were to lay these three finishes, what will happen to my floor? Uneven, right? You will have a drop, then up again, right? So your pattern will be like that. Like this one, your floor will come like that. So, how do you make that floor level? You play around with your screeding. You play around with your screeding. Not play, not literally play. So you adjust your screeding. So that is why what is important for you to know is that what is the thickest finishes of all? 50, right? So 50 plus the cement screed that they requested. And 50. Your total thickness of your finishes will be 65 mm. 50. For flagstone plus 15 cement and squid. Cement and sand, sorry. Cement and sand, not squid. Cement and sand then becomes squid. Okay? So you have a 65 highest level. So what do you need to do to establish the thickness of the for the living where they are using tongue and groove timber flooring? So you need to take 65 minus 22, right? So it is 43 mm. Your screening for your living will be 43 mm. Okay? So we will go through it in the taking of this here. So that is why in this case we will say cement and sand screed, various thickness. Alright, various thickness for various finishes. So you have a slate. Slate means your flagstone slate. You have a tile. Okay, in your kitchen is a tile. Your living is a TNG, tongue and groove flooring. Okay, timber oat finish. So in measurement, if you just put timber flooring, it's okay. But when you want to describe bills of quantity, in the bills, remember with the quantities, units and the rate, you need to make sure that you specify the size, the thickness, and also the type of wood that you want. In this case, they call it oat, right? Solid oat. So, carpet. Then, this is your floor finishes. Like I say, skirting is part of your finishes as well, not just what you see here. Skirting is part of your finishes, right? So you have 100 mm high, 10 mm thick cement rendered skirting. Okay? So that's all you need to measure, right? Okay, in some cases, if you look outside, the center is your floor here is this is your floor. This is tiles. Here, cement render. Right? If I open the door, you can see. So, with different pattern, with different layout, you will calculate differently. Alright? So, which section NRM you should refer to? You should refer to section 28. Okay? So this one is section 28, floor, wall, ceiling and roof finishes. So because you are measuring floor, definitely under this section 28, you need to refer to the floor. Right? Referring to the floor. Okay? So this is the calculations of the thickness. Calculations, street thickness calculation. So you need to list down. Okay, this living is TNG. TNG, not OMG. Okay, TNG oat flooring, which is 22. So which one is the highest one? Is the slate, right? The slate 50 plus 15. So total is 65, like what I mentioned. So this will be your reference point. The highest level will be your reference point. Okay? So everybody need to follow. Okay? You cannot reduce this anymore. Okay? So then, your bedroom, you are using a carpet and underlay. So you have a carpet of 20 mm thick. Yeah? 20 or 22? I thought I saw 22. Oh, carpet. So 20, and then bathroom you have a tile, 9 mm. 9 mm, see? 9 mm thick. Okay? Alright? Living 22. Okay. So you need to establish the various thickness of the cement and sand screed to each area. 65 minus 22, 43. So, living area will have 43 mm thick screening. Okay? And then for bedroom 1 and 2, you take 65 minus 20, 45 for bedroom 1 and 2. And for bathroom, you have 56 mm thick screening. So each and every level will have a different screening. Alright? So this is okay. So far, everybody can understand this one, no problem? Any problem, please ask. No problem, then I proceed. Okay. So now you have this already. Now you will start measuring. This is like your waist calculation. So understand. Do you understand? I say when I mark, I want to see we will have waist calculation, and also by being able to illustrate what you're trying to calculate. This is called illustration, right? Then you have more marks. Alright, illustration. Okay, so this you need to write section 28, and then you are referring to item number 1, screening. Look at your NRM class. Okay, look at your NRM. Screening. Okay, then the next level will be, so screening you have 2, meter and meter square. So if the width is less than 600 mm width, you will be measuring in meter run. So what do we mean by the width? If you look at the plan, this is what they're trying to say. This is, what area is this they are measuring? Okay, never mind. So if you look at this one, all the width is more than 600 mm. 3 meter, 2 meter, yeah? All the width is definitely more than 600 mm, right? 600 and then it's just like this width only, right? It's about that way, okay? So, the easiest one, that means everything is exceeding 600 mm width, right? So, you will be using meter square, the second one, more than 600 mm width, alright? So, that is why in your taking off here, you put 28, okay? Number 1, because you are measuring, look at your NRM, you are measuring Number 1 item, screening. And then jump to level 1. You are using more than 600 mm, so it's 0.2. Alright? So, jump to level 2. What is level 2? Level 2 you use what? Level and to fall only. Less than 15 degrees from horizontal. So, we said less than 15 degrees. So, if it's specially mentioned that you have to be to fall, cross fall and slopes less than 15 from horizontal, then you will use number 2, right? So this one they didn't mention many, just say levels to falls only 15 degrees from horizontal, okay? So some slope that is more than 15 degrees, it will fall under category 3. Understand? Understand, class? Okay? So, page 214. Page 214, okay? So if you notice in level 3, it's mainly on the description part. What type of finishes, yeah? Laying to what kind of beddings, installation type. It's more to description, alright? So, settle this part. Then you put here cement, screed, cement and sand 1:3 to concrete. 15 mm thick, more than 600 mm width. Level and to fall less than 15 degrees from horizontal. You need to write like that. So this is level 1, okay, level 2, and this is level 3. Sorry, this is level 1. This is the description, sorry. This is what you are measuring. This is what you're measuring, okay? And then this one is the thickness, and this one is the width, is the level 1, this is level 2, okay? Understand? So always remember to put your unit, like I said, always remember to indicate your unit. Your unit is important, it's in meter square, right? Meter square. So now, let's measure kitchen. If you look at this, this is the kitchen. So, like I say, always use written dimension, given dimension. But in this case, it's unlikely that we have a written dimension. So, you need to scale it, right? So that is why, let me go through this one, you go back and try and do it yourself. So tomorrow you can have question for me if you don't understand. Okay? So in the kitchen, so you need to measure it. Okay? Kitchen and entrance is the same finishes, right? Okay, let me see how they. Okay, in this case, he is measuring kitchen and entrance together. Okay? So if I'm the taking off, I will measure it separately. Okay? I will measure it separately. But anyway, I think so he is actually taking this one as a whole. If I am the one who's measuring, I will separate it because the quantity might change. If next time when they say, oh, why not I change the entrance to a lower grade finishes. So I have the quantity readily to be extracted. Right? Okay? So entrance 4.3, okay, and then this is the length, and then you need to find, you know how to calculate the area for trapezium, right? Yeah, you know how to calculate area for trapezium, right? You need to find an average for these two lengths, the shortest and the longest. Get the average length, okay, or height, okay. So this is 5 meters, and then you have an average, okay? So this one is to get the total length only, total length, and then you average divided. Remember, you have to write in this format. If you are giving me that typical layman 9.3 divided, you know, the slash and 2 dots, 2, and then marks will be deducted. These all the marks that we are going to evaluate you, okay? So you get an average of 4650 average length. Alright? So it same goes to kitchen because kitchen is also a trapezium. So you will do an average here. Okay, use the correct method. So this is considered as your waste calculation. Alright, your waste calculation. And what you do, you will take, in this case you actually separate the entrance and kitchen. Yeah, exactly. So this one, 4.65 multiplied by 3.5, which is this length, 3.5. This one, 3.5. So you need to learn to scale it. Okay, so once you have this area, so this is also illustration, you know. Like I said, you can bring your color pencil, you can bring your color pen, you do it correctly for you to understand is even better. Okay, so this one, you got that area, you need to add your threshold, door threshold. Where is the door? So you need to refer to this again, door. You have two doors, door number 1 and door number 2. So door number 1, what is the thickness and the width? 1.81. Door number 2, 1.511, 10. So what you do is you take threshold door 1, 1.81, and threshold D2, 1.51, multiplied by the thickness of the wall. Alright? Why is it a different? Because one is an internal brick wall which is thicker, and external which is thicker, and internal that is thinner. Right? So that is why you have this answer. And then you add the kitchen. Alright? Class, don't leave it like that, you know, class. You need to multiply it, multiply it here. You know my notes is like that. I have students going for exam, sitting for exam. He or she lah. A few of them actually leave it blank here. Just memorize the whole notes and write it inside without understanding. So this one you need to multiply to have the figure. Multiply to have the figure here, like that. I have literally students doing this. When they do the measurement, they write everything and they leave it blank like this. To me, exactly the same. Alright? So you guys go back and do it. Do it yourself with the taking off sheet. I have a few. Those who want it, you can get it from me. Go back and practice this one. Print the drawing out. Make sure it's to scale and scale it and do it. Okay? So you need to multiply. Then plus. This is a kitchen. Kitchen is the same concept, also average. Okay? Then multiply and add the threshold. Understand, class? So this is your total amount for the screening for the kitchen and entrance. Alright? Okay, so this one they are just indicating where is the threshold and whatnot. So this is the illustration that you can show. So that when I look at it, I can understand. Right? Okay. So now the next one will be the same thing, but 43 mm thick. DO, not do. What is DO? What is DO, class? What does DO? Stand for? You all never pay attention in my class. Yeah, you all very good. Never talk in my class, but I don't know lah. What is DO? I mentioned already. Kop, what is DO, kop? I cannot hear. Ditto. Then what's the meaning of ditto? Jeff or Jess, what's your name already, sorry? Jeff. Okay. What is the meaning of ditto? Forget already. You see, I'm so sad already. Okay. Who is sitting next to you? What's your name? What's your name? Sorry? Your surname, Lee. 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 What is the meaning of ditto? Help your friend. I don't know, you all don't understand what I say, or you all not listening to what I say. Okay, somebody please give me some hope. What is ditto? What does ditto mean?
Repeat.
Repeat. Phoebe.
Refer to the previous one.
As above. As above. So DO means you see as above screed, cement and sand 1:3 to concrete. DO. And then this one is different already, right? You DO comma because you must follow exactly DO comma DO. This one is no longer 50 mm thick, it's 43 mm thick instead. Okay? And then you change the 43 mm and then you DO again. More than 600 mm width and level and to fall less than 15 degrees. So you have DO. Got 3 DO. Understand? So that's how you do it. Okay? So ditto. Okay? So actually this is the abbreviation for ditto. So meter square. So in living, then in living you need to do everything blah blah blah. Okay. So please, this is not a complete example. We want you to do it in the class. So in the exam, please don't write like that to me. So you will fail. Yeah? I have students doing this. Okay? And always remember the carry forward and the bring forward. Alright? So can we go back and try this? Can we go back and try this? So you have deduct, so you practice this, okay? Go back and print out the drawings, one set. Okay, who wants to take the taking off paper from me, you can take. I have a lot.